guys, it's Bachelorette Weekend review time. I'm back from the craziest weekend. I can finally take off the merch, the bride merch. I just realized that this is very much like my bed sheets. I thought I'm gonna look nice, but maybe I'll look too blended into the background. What do you guys think? No, we don't have time to change. I already spent so much time thinking about what to wear for this. So this video is gonna be a little bit different. Don't worry, I'm still gonna have snippets of the bachelorette party and the weekend and everything here. Okay, wait, from the beginning. You guys met Frederica, my best friend, who's getting married in a couple of weeks. She came to Barcelona to find her perfect dress, and she did. No guys, I cannot. Like, I look like bed sheets. Okay, I think this is better. If it's not, tell me in the comments, and that's fine. Frederica found her perfect wedding dress here in Barcelona, so she had to come back for fittings, and then we decided that it's the perfect way to plan her bachelorette weekend around the fittings. And in this video, I wanted to share with you how I planned the whole weekend, because I really wish that I had a video like this explaining what's the best thing, like the reflection on the things I did and like how I would do it differently the next time. This was my first time planning a bachelorette weekend. I am very good at planning holidays, trips, dinners, activities, but obviously this is so different. I think I did a really good job, and so I want to share it with you. So maybe it will make your life a bit easier if you're a maid of honor or just a bridesmaid like me who is very proactive in planning. And so let's get into it. I think the first thing we're gonna see now is just a bit of snippets before the surprise and me trying to act completely normal in front of Frederica. So this is how I planned the whole weekend. This is, I'm gonna insert the Canva itinerary that we made with other bridesmaids and everything we did and planned for everyone. And let's start from the beginning. So Frederica was doing her final fitting, and during the final fitting, the bridesmaids surprised her. So this was not the whole bridal party, because we had a list of a couple of girls that Frederica wanted there, and I originally thought that all the girls are gonna surprise her at the fitting, but then I thought that it's just the bridesmaid that actually see the wedding dress before the wedding. This is how she planned it, so I wanted to kind of respect that wish. So it was just the bridesmaid surprising her at the fitting, and the rest of the girls surprised her in my flat. I did record the surprise at the fitting, but obviously you can see her dress. So I don't think I can show it because this video is gonna go live before the wedding. I really wish I could. I can show you though the snippets of the party in my house.
I got no reason to be sad. My mood is convinced me that it's bad. With every emotion that I had, but you don't care. Oh my God, it's so strange how we end up being here again. I don't care as long as you get me off my feet. I don't know what to say. Oh my God, it's so strange. You're right.
So everything was prepared by Dylan and Amelie, one of the girls that joined the bridal party. And then we enjoyed a couple of hours of just having drinks and catching up because most of us are like long distance besties. So it was really, really nice to see everyone in one place. After a couple of hours, it was time to get ready for dinner and we headed to Gatsby. Now, when I was thinking about the weekend, I knew that we have to go out at least one night. We are not the most like party girls. We like partying, but mostly like house parties or like staying in and like doing some drinking games. But obviously it's a bachelorette, so we had to go out. My thinking behind choosing Gatsby over any other place in Barcelona was because it's like, it's cheesy. Like there's like costumes and people dressed up and dance and it's like overdone in a way, but I think bachelorettes are cheesy and they're meant to be cringy, so it was just a match in my head. So we chose that place for I think that particular reason, but also because after dinner you can have dinner there, and then after dinner the restaurant changes into a club, so you don't have to go anywhere, you don't have to get a taxi, get another table in a club. It's just much easier, especially with a bigger group. So if you're planning a party and if there is a restaurant that changes into a club, I would go for those. There is a couple more in Barcelona. There is Feroz and there is Bellissima that I know of, and a priori. It's just that Gatsby had that extra bit of cringiness and cheesiness, I'd say. We were there for a couple of hours, I think until 2 a.m. So it was really good timing for us. We don't do the 6 a.m. partying. We went to bed and the next morning we had brunch at Eglab. Something to keep in mind, it's really difficult, especially in Barcelona. I'm not sure, and in London as well actually. It's really difficult to make a brunch reservation. Most brunch places are walk-ins, so bear in mind if you plan a brunch on like a Saturday or Sunday, the wait time might be a bit longer. We had brunch on Friday morning, so it was actually fine. We got a table immediately. We went to Eglab, but I have a couple of other restaurants that I thought about that are around that area. It's Eglab, Novella, Fair, and Billy Brunch. So these were on my list in case we didn't get a table at Eglab, but we did. It was great. Their Korean chicken thing is like the best breakfast ever. And then after brunch comes the first surprise of the trip, and that was a surprise to everyone apart from the bridesmaids because we were the ones planning it, and that was pole dancing class. And now I cannot recommend this more. We were not gonna have a stripper. It was just not something I think Frederica would enjoy. I don't know, maybe, but that was not the plan. So we thought, let's still keep it in theme, but make us dance on the pole. And it was such a great idea. We did it at Pole Animals, which is a new studio here in Barcelona. It's so pretty, like the aesthetics, the light, everything was perfect. And our lovely teacher, Sandra, honestly, what a star. She made girls who we wouldn't consider ourselves dancers, or like, especially like in a sexy way. She made us like feel so good and so confident, and we had so much fun. So I'm gonna insert some clips from that here. After the dancing, we headed out to rent cars and go to Costa Brava. Car rental, the usual, make sure you get full insurance. If it's with the car rental company, I prefer to get the full insurance with Booking.com. I usually book everything with Booking.com with the full protection, and then I don't get insurance on, in this case we did Europe car, but then Booking.com would cover everything, whatever happens. And in further parts of this video, you will find out that indeed we did need insurance. So make sure you always get insurance. So here's the house we rented in Costa Brava. I would like for you guys to rent it, but please leave it, because I think, like, leave some weekends for me, because I really want to go back there. It's honestly, I think, the most perfect house. I actually would love to buy exactly that house to live in Costa Brava, because it was so beautiful. I love these like old style Spanish homes. Gorgeous. So some of the criteria that I was looking at while looking for the house to rent: one, I didn't want to drive too much. So Costa Brava, I think the furthest you can go is Cadaqués, which probably would be like 2.5 hours away. I really wanted something between 1 hour, 1 hour 15, max 1 hour 30. And this house is located in Palafrugell, which is exactly around 1 hour 15, depending on traffic, obviously. Second thing, I really wanted an outdoor area that we can play some drinking games, that there is a swimming pool, we can tan, we can chill. I wanted an outdoor dining because we love having breakfast outside, and then we're gonna have a private chef come. So it was all, we just really wanted the outdoor space to be really cute. And a fourth thing I thought was really important for us is to be still located quite close, not only to the beach. So this one was 15-20 minutes from the beach, but also from a town that we can go have a nice dinner. So the dinner that we chose to go to was in Begur. It was Clara Begur, which I think a couple of videos before. Did I take you to Clara with me? I think so. Yeah, we went to Clara for a date night with Dylan. I'll link the video here. So that same restaurant exists in Begur, and it was so good. So after we arrived in the Airbnb, we chilled for a bit, changed, dipped in a pool, and then it was time for dinner. We drove for 15 minutes to Begur, had a most wonderful dinner, which unfortunately I didn't film much, but this is the video to go to with Dylan. And then on the way back, that's the only dramatic thing about the Bachelorette, I guess I would say. And thankfully it ended the way it did, because nothing really happened. But I would consider myself a very good driver. Like I don't even have a parking ticket on my list of things I've done, like nothing. I am a very responsible, careful driver. I'm not too slow, I'm not too fast. Like I'm good, okay? My whole family would confirm, Dylan as well. So I was very, I was feeling confident. We put on Google Maps the location of our Airbnb and we head off. Everything was matching. I checked on the map, like I chose the location and I even like zoomed in. I was like, yeah, this is the house where we're going. And then as we drive, we're almost there. Like literally it says, you arrive in 1 minute. And then we get to the gravel road. It was dark at this point because it was after dinner. So we couldn't see, the houses around. The houses suddenly, there's no more houses around. And then there's a gravel road. And we're like, was there a gravel road in front of the house? And we were like, yeah, there was a gravel road, but that was behind the gate. And we didn't cross the gate. So like, oh, this is weird. So I stop just to check where we are. And indeed, I check on the map. And basically what Google did is, I think I'll just insert on the map. This was the house, and Google sent us to the street above the house, kind of. So I realize I have to back up because I don't know how far the gravel road is gonna go and where I can, turn. So I decide to back out. I put on reverse and I go really slowly. I think this is really the key to success, and thankfully I was going very slowly. So I was going very, very slowly backwards, and then the car stopped. Like there was a bit of a dip and then it wouldn't go, front, back, nothing. And then we get out of the car and we're like, maybe we could push it out. We couldn't. It was basically a cliff. It was, I'll insert pictures. It doesn't look as bad, but it was very steep. And one of the wheels were in the back, the other was in the front, but both of the wheels were like levitating. It was just holding on the front left and back right wheel. But the car was not moving and it was like almost 1 a.m. So we decided to abort mission. We then called the insurance, everything, and they said they would come and tow the car out. And the next morning they did. So nothing happened. Just a reminder that insurance is very important, and also being very careful, very slow. Because I think if I was driving like recklessly backwards, we would probably go down the cliff. Probably nothing would happen, but the towing bill would be a bit more expensive. So after eventful night before, we woke up, beautiful sunny day. We had a stretching class actually. We stretched, we had a quick breakfast, and after quick breakfast, we headed off to the beach. I had many ideas on which beach to go to. If you've been to Costa Brava, you know that there's so many options. There's like, you know, like every little corner is a nice beach, but most of them you have to like hike down, hike up, bring water, bring some food. When you're on a bachelorette, you want to make sure there is a shop with wine or a cafe with wine 10 meters from you at all times. So that's my tip. Unless you're a very adventurous group, then maybe. So what we decided to do instead, we stayed at the Palafrugell beach, which was actually also where we were going for lunch. We went for lunch to Margarita, which was on my saved restaurants for so long because I constantly see people go there and it's so aesthetic. Like, I think it's probably my favorite restaurant on the Costa Brava because it's gorgeous, beautiful, and the food was insane, like insane. I'm gonna let you enjoy. After lunch, we continued enjoying the beach, went for a swim, tanned a bit, and just enjoyed our company. And I think around 5 p.m. we decided to head back home because a private chef was coming to join us for the evening. Frederica is a big foodie like me. She also likes things to be high-end, posh, I would say, maybe. So we thought the private chef would be a good idea. And first, obviously, I was a bit worried about the price point, but it turns out that it's really affordable. So let me tell you how I found the private chef and what was my requirements and the budget, etc. First of all, the villa that we were staying in, they actually recommended me a private chef. And this is how I learned my first mistake, which was I told him a bit of what we want. He gave me a suggested menu and the budget and like how much it's going to be per person. And it was just a lot above our budget. It felt really wrong to negotiate to that level. Like, I am okay with negotiating a couple of euros, but I was like, I'm not going to make him cut because the menu didn't also seem that much, you know. So I was like, what are we going to cut to make it to meet in the middle? And then I found the website Take a Chef, I think it's called, or Make Chef, I don't know. I'll insert it here, which is an app or website where you can hire a chef. You give them where it's going to be, when, and kind of your budget and what you're looking for. So that was already a bit better because I could kind of insert our budget in there. And then you get offers from different chefs in Barcelona or in Costa Brava. They message you with, hey, this is the menu I could do. What do you like? I found indeed a couple of chefs that were all honestly great. And I then found them on Instagram. I really like to see their portfolio and like how they prepared the dinner and like what they put on the table, how they set the table, all these little details. So I reached out to one of the chefs on Instagram. I asked him like, hey, this is our budget and what can you do for that? He got back to me, giving me all the things he can make. I then suggested that we also would like a peach burrata salad. We would also like some oysters, blah, 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 blah. And we came down to a really good price. I think we ended up paying 55 euros per person. And on top of that, I paid extra for oysters because just wanted it to be like a nicer, a little gift to Frederica. On the day, unfortunately, the chef cancelled because he got sick. He caught a virus, I think, and couldn't make it. But thankfully, he had a sous chef who he sent in his place, and he helped us, and everything turned out fine. And this is something that I guess that's why I'm good at organizing, because I don't get stressed in these situations. I got a message from a chef for like 5 hours before dinner with no alternatives that he cannot make it. And honestly, I wasn't stressed for a second. I was like, okay, what's gonna happen? And I know that there's people that would panic and stress and like spiral and make other people like stressed about it. I didn't want any of the girls to even know. I think some of the girls still don't know that this wasn't the chef that planned to be there. Another tip, stay calm, girls. Stay calm. Everything's gonna be okay. And that was it. Afterwards, we did a couple of games outside. We played Jenga, we played like Flip the Cup, all the usual stuff. And then the morning after, we headed back to Barcelona because some girls had an earlier flight, some later, but basically the party ended Saturday night. Also worth mentioning, we got all the girls a bag, a tote bag, saying Team Bride with all the goodies there. We had a small gift bag, like a recovery kit. We had the ribbon, the Team Bride ribbon. And we all had glasses. Okay, so now on to things that I've learned and I would do differently, or things that I think are like a staple of what you should do for sure. So number one, you should definitely include some surprising moments during that weekend. If it's gonna be a pole dancing class, or if it's gonna be the private chef, or if you're gonna do a flamenco class, or if it's gonna be a stripper, or a photo shoot, anything, or like a paddleboard class, anything that's out of the standard tanning, eating and drinking is fun. And it's even more fun when the majority doesn't know, because it's a surprise for everyone and you're just living through it with the whole team. Another thing, I would stick what I said in the beginning to the cheesy, like bridal activities. So, you know, a more of a cheesy club. It can be like fancy and posh, but I think it's kind of fun to do something a bit like at the limit of the bride, you know? Even though our bride is very classy, I think she still enjoyed doing the cringy things with the ribbon and with a veil on on the top of her head. So it was cute. And the most important thing, which I guess maybe that I would do a bit differently, is don't overstuff the itinerary. Don't plan too many things in one day. Maybe we had too many activities in too few days. I think if we had one more day of just chilling, it would make things a bit more relaxed. Instead, I had to unfortunately be the person that's like, hi guys, like I know you're enjoying yourself, but like we need to go for dinner in 5 minutes. Because if there is the one person, like it was me, who knows the timing, who knows where to be, and their credit card is put on the reservation, you want everyone to be there at the right time. So you're gonna have to be the person like walking after them. And I really did see that. I think maybe we were missing that one afternoon of not doing anything and just chilling and not having plans and just letting go of the itinerary and almost like, oh, actually, let's order pizza. You know what I mean? Or like, let's just have dinner by the beach in whatever restaurant we find. Maybe that would have been fun. Maybe it would cause me stress because I would still have to organize it at the end of the day. And lastly, I would definitely think of the personal touches. So we did like a picture book for Frederica. She's not gonna receive it until the wedding because we forgot to give it to her. But that's okay. So we all printed a picture of us with Frederica. Like I printed a picture of myself and Frederica, and in the back I wrote a letter for her. So she has these kind of memories forever. And I think that's very cute. And same with the games that you're gonna play. Maybe make some quiz night about the bride and the groom and all the personalized stuff. It's so much fun. It's like, it's stuff that you will look at in a couple of years and be like, oh my God, what a weekend that was. Or at least I hope that's what's gonna happen because I planned it. And just to quickly touch on the subject of budget, obviously that's so different for every friend group, and also in friend groups there's different budgets to work with. So I was very aware to not go over a certain amount. We came down to a very nice number. I think it was a very reasonable amount of money that we paid. The Airbnb was around 1,200 euros, I think, for 2 nights for 9 girls. Obviously we split everything in 8 because the bride didn't pay anything. The chef was 55. The Gatsby dinner, I think the minimum spend was 70 per person, but we did go a little bit over the budget and paid like for some extra drinks. And then most of the meals were around 40 euro per person. The pole dancing was also very, very reasonably priced. I think it was 300 for all of us. So obviously you can plan accordingly, but just so you know that this was kind of what we're looking for, and it wasn't a crazy thing. It wasn't crazy expensive. And I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that helps the planning a bit. If you have any questions, just send me a message, drop a comment, or DM me on Instagram. I am more than happy to help, and I can send you all the links to some restaurants, or if you need help plan it in a different city, maybe we can like brainstorm together. So let me know, and also let me know if I missed anything and if there's something that you did for your bachelorette differently. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week with a bit more of a normal vlog situation.